Let me go one by one with constituencies. Hubli Dharwad is going to be one of the most important seats. Why do you ask? It's because, remember, it was Jagdish Shettar, one of the senior most netas, former Chief Minister, veteran of the BJP in many ways, dumped the BJP after he was denied a ticket and joined the Congress party. He's very confident that the Lingayat stronghold is still with him and will now go to the Congress party. Will that happen? Will the BJP be able to stop it? In this report.
Roadshows, rallies, speeches. Karnataka campaign in top gear. And so is the political war of words between the stakeholders.
During Siddaramiah's regime, it was the looting of the natural resources. It was letting the criminal and antisocial elements run amok and appeasing a certain section of the society only to consolidate their vote bank and playing the politics of vote bank.
And attacks on rivals continue to go, no holds barred. Last week, Home Minister Amit Shah insisted former Karnataka Chief Minister Jagdish Shettar, who recently left the BJP, would lose elections.
कोई लॉस नहीं होना है. जगदीश शेट्टर स्वयं चुनाव हारेंगे. हुबरी ने हमेशा भारतीय जनता पार्टी को वोट दिया है. हुबरी ने किसी व्यक्ति को नहीं दिया है. और भारतीय जनता पार्टी का कार्यकर्ता एक मुश्त है, एक झूठ है और हुबरी के अंदर निश्चित रूप से भारतीय जनता पार्टी चुनाव जीतेगी.
Now, a Congress candidate, the veteran politician, on Monday countered that the constituency in Karnataka he is contesting elections is no Gujarat. It is in their relentless verbal duel that politicians in Karnataka are attempting to outdo one another before the actual vote on 10th of May. Bureau Report, India Today.
So today at 10 a.m., the Congress Party's election manifesto is set to be released. Will it be different from the BJP's? What about the guarantees that the Congress Party has already announced? Some of those freebies and welfare schemes have been already mentioned by the BJP also in the election manifesto. Now, according to our sources, Congress manifesto is likely to include restoration of the old pension scheme. Grand Old Party's manifesto is likely to focus on employment of young men and women, effort to bridge the gap between youth seeking job and firms looking for talent. The Grand Old Party has promised 5 guarantees for Karnataka, which means, and I'll read it one by one, this is apart from the promises that have already been made. For example, 2,000 rupees per month for women. This is one of the guarantees that they have mentioned in case they come to the government in the state of Karnataka. 200 units of free electricity has also been mentioned. 10 kilograms of rice to every BPL family. The party has also promised to give 3,000 rupees per month to graduates, 1,500 rupees for diploma holders for 2 years, and free travel for all women in public transport buses.
We have given strength to every common man. If they do, they are saints. If we do, they look at it as a dictator. I think BJP in its manifesto and its promise in its administration has completely failed.
इतनी गहराई को समझने के लिए हिमांशु जी इन लोगों को थोड़ा पढ़ना पड़ेगा. अब ये कांग्रेस पार्टी और इन लोगों को ये ऊपर ऊपर रहने की आदत हो गई. ये हवा में रहते हैं, इनको जमीनी सच्चाई की मालूम नहीं है. इसलिए ये मैनिफेस्टो इनके यहाँ एक पुलिंदा होता है. गारंटी वो दे रहा है जिसकी वारंटी नहीं हो.
So let's get a word from my colleague Sagai Raj on this. Sagai, do tell us about the free mentions that already have been promised by the Congress Party and what all are likely to be different from the BJP.
Probably once the manifesto gets released, we'll get to know what are the differences. But if you notice the 5 popular promises which have been made by Congress, and there are similar kind of promises in a different form when BJP released a manifesto. For an example, free cylinder, where they have promised to give cylinders 3 times in a year, once during Yugadi celebration, second time when Ganesha Chaturthi, and third during Deepavali for all the BPL card holders. But on the other side, Congress has announced that they will give 2,000 rupees to the head of women of all the family, irrespective of the class, whether it is a BPL or above BPL. So they have announced saying that this particular 2,000 rupees can be used for the gas cylinder, which is very expensive, and they can buy every month. So there are similar kind of programs where 10 kgs of rice announced by Congress, and even BJP has announced 10 kgs, where 5 kgs of rice, 5 kgs of siridhanya, that is millets, which will be given to the BPL card holders. And only one thing is different right now is the Nandini milk, which is a controversial thing, where they will be giving Nandini milk to the BPL card holders. So we need to wait and watch whether Congress will come up with any kind of Nandini products in their manifesto.
Very interesting. And are these free welfare schemes, so to say, are they justified? Or perhaps there is this only an election promise, but not as much more. So Gairaj with the latest coming in on that. Remember, Karnataka elections is in the last leg, and therefore all sorts of promises are being made by whether the BJP or the Congress party, and specifically for the poor people. Remember, for example, free transport for women is something that can connect to a lot of women, specifically from the BPL families, if their transportation is free in public buses, for example, which is in the national capital, Delhi. Also, cylinders annually 3 free that the Bharatiya Janata Party has announced. The Congress has also said if you are a graduate, you will be given a certain amount of money till you're able to likely find a job, and to bridge the gap as well. So many of these promises that have been made by the parties, remember, part of it can be justified, while part of it appears to be clearly an election agenda. But both parties realizing that at this point it may cater to the masses and to specific classes to be able to make these guarantees, promises, reverie culture, freebies, or importantly, this is justified for the people voting for that party.